If you can maintain on half bar and you're going down toward 10, but you got to pop 10 back to 15, 10 back to 15. That's how it will hold price. You would also want to learn that you're not taking a stop. You got to close above half of that bar, but you got to bounce. See how you went from 15 down to 12 and you came right to it. So basically you got to stay, now you have to bounce at the bar. When it's here, you need to reversal and go higher back to 15 so that will get made. It can't go below 10. All right. And there it is. But it hasn't closed. But you want to build another bottom here. And then, see, you're not running north of 10, so it ain't going to happen. That's what would have to happen. So you can't break below 10. You got to keep popping higher off of 10. If you don't, you'll come back down and test that teeny. That's all. Here. So it's not like I just put it right there at the price so everyone understands that closing bar right here. Let's take a look at this bar. That was 146.47. So let's pull this down here and make sure that this bar here is at 146.40. So we're 7 pennies shy. We're 7 pennies shy. We're 7 pennies shy of it in the system. That's 40, and the other one that we were looking at was 47. So until we're above that, and this is going to have to go higher, we're just going to consolidate this bottom here, which is still what we want to see. We want to see exactly how the price is made so we can accumulate a bottom before a breakout occurs. Just remember, when you look at the broader trend, it's been very weak. We talked about, that these were shorts that people had discovered. And the thing about it is Goldman Sachs short, and it's still weak, and that's when you'd be coming out. So let's see what the brain says. I'm below 10. That's my price support, but I'm not above it. See, I popped to 13. See how fast I popped up? So the thing about it is, just in a flash, it went 9 to 13, but you're back below 10. But you have to pop from 10 and stay above there now to make this another bottom setup for a breakout. And so far, we're not. We're at 9. And we've been popping from 9 to 13 and then failing. And that means that there's weakness. But when you pop to 12 right there, you start to get that particular teeny line at price action support. If you don't go up past 15, then it's weak anyway. That's just the way a bottom is put in. The true matter of the pricing mechanism, as I was showing over here earlier in the video, the same rule applies at half of the bar, of the MMT bar. I must go north of 15, otherwise I'm selling off into the bar. Here's exactly what happens. You slide below half of the bar. Yes, you're below 10 at 9. Yes, at that 9, but that's not good enough. You got to keep bouncing 10 and higher in order for the bottom to maintain price action. And you're below half of the SMF bar at 9. Here we are, major failure down to 7. We know what the alerts were. We know exactly how the weakness came in. We're coming back down to that teeny line, exactly where you built above 5 to 15. That's what you did in here. You have to repeat the process again, or you'll have to limit out of the trade, because we are going to have some stability here. That number must grow well above 5 for that price action to have any stability. It was made over here at 5. You can see in here where it was made at 9. Here's where that last bar was, intraday range, right there, 9. Here, right now, it's at 8. You got to go north of 10. If you don't, you're going to come back to 5, then you may have to your stop market because you don't want to go below 5. If you do, you're going to come back down to the low over here where you were getting into. So it's still above the low print, but we're not working right here. This is not working right. It's not going in a direction. That's why it failed half of that bar. You haven't filled in the trend. You still got to go well above 10 here. And you can see if we get made at that bottom. But once again, the process repeats itself. If I go lower below 10, and I get down to 5, if I go below 5, I know I'm going to go down another teeny. So there's still 2 or 3 teenies below the market still in the trend. And each teeny is 11 pennies. 2 teenies below the market is what? 22 pennies from the current print. So that's how this SMF Pro trading system works. Let's see if they get made. But you need to stay north of 10 for that, for this price action bottom. Here we are at the number 10 at the price in the system. And let's not forget, people, the trend ratio has to go in your direction as well. Otherwise, you're not going higher. This has got to go higher. The trend ratio ticks your way. That's when the bottoms get confirmed. But once again, I would say that our pricing control system works. Guess what? I broke to 6. Now I'm weak. And I said, if you go below 5, you will go down another teeny, maybe a teeny and a half. 2 teenies down is 22 pennies below there. And you can't close below 5. Right now it's at 7. If you go below 5, you will go below that teeny line. Next teeny down is 11 pennies. Half teeny, 6 pennies. MMTs, you broke the line. I told you if you go below 5, there it is. There's the pricing control. That's how accurate it is. So you'd be scaling out. If this does not pop above 5, if you didn't scale out here, that's where Ken Flagg came out. Right here when it broke half that bar, he said, shit, I'm sorry on the tape. Excuse me. This is an MMT live thing. So Ken Flagg said, hey, I'm coming out of there. And he did. He didn't hesitate. Now he's looking at it again. See how that teeny line and that teeny line and that teeny line, this whole teeny line at these 3 bottoms, once again, the process starts over north of 5 in order for it to hold. If it doesn't hold on a closing bar, you can go below and go down another half teeny or teeny. MMTs, as we put in the bottom down here at 5, there it was, intraday range 4. But we held that 4 in our system. Yes, it gave us alert intraday. When it went below 5, you would have been alerted. It tells you right here. You can read in the box. Oops, it's not in the video. I'm sorry. Let's move this over. All right. I have it here. So basically your intraday range right there, it tells you was exactly 9. And now you're at 14 and you're getting price action in the bar. When you were putting the bottom over here, this was at, here, let's get this reading right here. That was at 4. See how it says 4? So basically now we're at 16. That's how that pricing control works down at the bottom. You didn't go down and keep staying at 0. No, you didn't go lower than 4. And it automatically turned around from 4 right up to 16 all in that 1 minute. Right here. Bam. And you got to go north of 15. And MMTs are still in it. And he's going to break above half of that bar. That slide back bid back here to that teeny. It didn't break below it. There's no need to come out. And you look at how you're going to break this same very top. These top, right here, that teeny top. Is you got to break out and hold half of this bar. If you don't, it's just another part of what we've seen over here. So basically half action bars got to hold and break higher. Got to go north of 15. Got to go north of 15. Intraday range must go north of 15, but we are putting in a bottom here. Because if we can stay above 10, the higher the count for the longer period of time, the more momentum is being built into the bottom and not weak. So far, it's been a very 3 minute, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 minutes, 24 minutes, 27 minutes, 30 minutes in this bottoming process. let's revisit the bottoming process by looking at where they took the equity down on the short side of the market. The shorts start over here on break of half of that bar. They walked it up. This has been that trend. This is the first low all day long that the MMTs are getting price action and entries. Everyone else was either getting stopped all the way down in these trends because they don't have a system on how that bottom is going to get put in. That's why this is so important for new MMTs. I'm getting price action made. I'm at 15. I need to go north of 25. Here it is. I'm going to have to do another part because this has been a very long MMT intraday action. Today's date is 9/27. Not only that, the time is 8:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And MMTs, look at, we had short number 1, short number 2, short 3, and the MMTs have been buying down here in this bottom. And in order for the bottom to, the longer that this bottom holds based on their MMT market maker platform, price action will get made and will break out to highs. And I'm going to start another video on it. So this is a timestamp, 8:46 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, intraday, how MMTs learn to scale in at the bottom and then add volume at the breakout points when the intraday range all of a sudden pops up north of 25 and goes to 35 and 45 in there. That price would break higher. The bid and ask ratio would go in the right way to confirm that price. That's the wonderful thing about part 1 of Goldman Sachs bottom in entry. Intraday, by the way.